पतितं तोयं यथा गच्छति सागरम् सर्वदेव नमस्कारं केशवं प्रति गच्छति।
Namaste. Amma Bhagavan Sharanam. I feel very privileged to be with you in your spiritual journey. The Anugrah Diksha has been an experience of immense knowledge and grace of Shri Amma Bhagavan. I think you will agree with me. So let us now take some time and trace back to our journey from the beginning. Without the barriers of caste, religion and language, the teachings and the incredible blessings to the Divya Mangal Darshan of Shri Amma Bhagavan, bringing about a great transformation in man. These darshan have been a gateway to a great many spiritual experiences never heard before on such a large scale. Today, there are thousands of people who have been fortunate to be blessed by such experiences. The viewers share their experiences through mails, letters, SMS and phones to us. Now, let us just listen to a few experiences. But before that, let us come to know what is an experience. It is the chemistry that makes man's consciousness evolve. An experience which takes man to a great height of consciousness. For an experience to happen we need to undertake a spiritual journey wherein the samskaras are cleansed. It is a transformative journey which will reflect as a qualitative change in your behavior pattern, attitudes and approaches to life. Today, we have the blessing of receiving such experiences and blessings at our very homes through this Anugrah Diksha. The weavers through the journey have had a very beautiful and insightful experiences into their lives, solutions to many of their problems, and access to grace and connection to God. We are receiving a lot of such feedback from our viewers every day. Shall we start saying some letters of the viewers? To Somaya Dasaji, Kanchan, Mysore. Watching the program is like sitting in a Diksha process and really journeying to the inner world in depth. Attending a lot of process, I had prayed for the ancestors. I had worked on sitting, right my relationship, loving people and myself. I realized that I have a wonderful father, a wonderful samskar, name, etc., etc. I felt a block going slowly from my heart. I was gulped in that realized state for hours. I could feel their love flowing to me and their smiling face and also feeling to be towards them. And they believed me. I realized that to receive the Lord grace in darshan, that process was necessary. Who else but the Lord can do it? I am unable to put one to words. Thank you, Acharya-ji, for the message. Hope to get deeper message.
The images of myself that I have got attached to, all these things put together is what I call the me. And the I is always being threatened by the non-I. Therefore, I am all the time living in fear about what somebody else would do to me, or about something that I think is the me. Let us say a relationship that I think is the me or the mine would end.
Pawnee from Hyderabad. The program is very good. The teachings given are really very good. Every person in this world cannot come to the university because of various reasons like financial problems. This program is the best way in order to reach the people. The teachings followed by the prayers is very good. When listening to the teaching, immediately prayers are followed at that particular instant of time. The teaching fear of death, secret, death made me to realize and got clarity about the doubt. The teaching made me to get free from the fear. I think this teaching had given me more clarity and realization about the death for not of the people. The teaching of sending their ancestors to the higher lokas is very good. Most of the people doesn't know that. They are stuck here and it is their pleasure and duty to send them. My experience is on the day of teaching on sending the ancestors. I prayed to my grandmother, father-in-law, should go to the higher lokas and asking them for blessings. I have seen them laughing happily. The heaven is so good. The involvement of physical Amma Bhagavan itself says that how much the Lord is loving the people and caring the people. I feel the presence of Amma Bhagavan in my home when the aarti is given to the Lord. The type of teachings make the people to think about the ancient dharma and morals that they should follow. Thank you. From me, Hyderabad.
The spirit is moving along this tunnel. And what does the spirit experience on this journey? On this journey, you enter into various worlds, you visit various lokas, and in these worlds, you see people with whom you were connected in your previous incarnations. You meet people who have played the role of wives, who have played the roles of children, who have played the roles of friends, enemies, in-laws, parents. In fact, you meet a whole host of people. And as you look at them, it's an enormous spiritual experience.
So here's a letter from Dr. Harsha, Hyderabad. Episode 2 of Anuradhisha by Samarthashiniji was a wisdom. It could alleviate my faculty about the death and the fear I had towards it. As a doctor, I see a quite number of deaths happening in front of me. I many times tried to exaggerate myself from those situations out of the fear I had towards death. As a result, it became a great flow in my career, disabling me to handle death. But when Shri Bhagavan spoke, why there is a fear of death when you haven't experienced it? And the fear is just about a situation around death. I could realize that my fear was just hypothetical. Now I could happily go forward in my career, thanks to Amma Bhagavan and Acharyaji.
How could you fear that you have never known? Death is an experience of freedom. The spirit, unfettered by the limits of the body, moves towards the light.
Pushpa, Hyderabad. Episode 3 brought a real breakthrough in my life. My life was a haywire, unable to understand the cause for my situation and challenges I was facing in my life. I always used to blame God. It was not once or twice, but my fight with God used to happen on a regular basis. But Shri Bhagavan's talk about life after death, our present life and the journey which we are taking, and the cycle of life and death, was a great milestone. It could emancipate me from the chaos I had internally. The conflict disappeared, and peace, harmony have taken place. Thank you, Amma Bhagavan.
Human life is an enactment of a sacred agreement. It is not an accident or a chance occurrence. Every time you met the light after one earth life, you were embraced by the light. You were bathed in love that is unconditional. From this place of love, you reviewed your life. You were not judged, you judged yourself. You judged yourself by the same standards with which you judged others. While on earth, unable to forgive yourself for the hurt you caused others, you sought repentance. Not able to forgive others for the pain they caused you, you sought revenge. The force of conditioning and unresolved emotions has thus led you to be caught in the cycle of births and deaths.
Episode 4 was really amazing. Shri Bhagavan's Bhashya and Acharyaji's talk about gratitude towards our ancestors was splendid. It could scrub up my misconceptions about life. I could realize the importance of gratitude towards ancestors. I came to know that I have not come down onto this planet alone, but it is only through their collective and mutual support that was possible. Since I have come down to fulfill my wishes and goals through their immense support, I need to pay a lot of tribute to them. Thanks to Amma Bhagavan for enlightening me about the truth of life and making my life more happier.
Shri Amma and Shri Bhagavan say, you did not come alone, you do not live alone, you do not go back alone. That is, you came as group souls. You came according to a divine agreement. The child that was born to you here came into your life according to a divine agreement. Prior to your being born, all of you waited, you selected the right places, and all of you jumped down in parachutes. Coming down, deciding, I'll be the mother, you be the son, you be the father. Okay, come on, let us all facilitate learning together. Let us create this evolution in consciousness. So you did not come alone, you came together. And you lived together. And going back, again you're accompanied by your relatives and friends. You're going to meet all these people. That is why, learn to take your relationships more seriously than you take anything.
So here is another letter from Mysore, Sureshji. Recently I have watched the Oneness program on TV. Samarthashiniji was speaking about the importance of ancestors, as to how they are instrumental in our coming on this earth and how their conscious and knowledge are made use by us. As the program continued, I was totally in a different state, as we were made to pray for ancestors and express our gratitude to them. The picture of my father appeared before me. I felt a jolt and started saying that to never express my gratitude towards him, or pray for his moksha in the real sense all these days. I sat silently and started praying, and tears started rolling from my eyes, and slowly that heaviness inside me started descending, and I am completely relieved. Today, for the first time, I have brought my father's photo for the personal darshan to pray for him. That is really good. I thank my beloved Shri Amma Bhagavan for the same.
In the fire ritual, you for your part would be in communion with your ancestors. You would speak to them internally and let them know that they've already departed. Because most of them refuse to accept the fact that they're already gone. Tell them that they are gone and speak to them. And also tell them that they need to be rid of all their attachments, whether in terms of love or in terms of hate towards the things of this world. It is only then they can move on to the higher worlds, worlds of great love, worlds of great joy, worlds of tremendous peace. These higher worlds will open up to them, and also ask them to merge with the divine light so that there would be no coming back.
Namaste. I consider this as a small act of my gratitude of Shri Amma and Bhagavan to pen my thoughts on one of the episodes of the Oneness movement telecast on TV. I had seen this episode around a month. Before that point of time, I was in a perturbed state of mind with negative thoughts of fear and death, taking sign and troubling my entire being. They were constant of fear and death. In this context, the episode of fear and death by the Oneness movement came as a big relief and served as a ray of hope. And this I perceive as nothing short of a miracle. Sri Bhagavan's message and Sri Samarthashinji's talks and teachings showed us that each one of us have a preconceived notions and fears, not just about death, but a number of other set of emotions and factors in life determining our relationships. In this context, the episode of fear and death by the Oneness movement came as a big relief and served as a ray of hope. And this I perceive as nothing short of a miracle. Sri Bhagavan's message and Sri Samarthashinji's talks and teachings showed us that each one of us have preconceived notions and fears, not just about that, but a number of other set of emotions and factors in life determining our relationships. These episodes were an eye-opener to me, as it gave me a deep insight of the complex feelings, conceptions, beliefs, and fears that govern our lives. I realized that I could confront these fears only with divine intervention. I conclude this letter by remembering one of the teachings from one of the philosophical texts. Death is but just a transitory phase in this external stream of life. Sagaribe Bhumi.
Sri Bhagavan just now told us that ultimately all fear is the fear of the death of a dream.
This is the SMS message from V.S. Dattu, Vijayawada. Today, Oneness episode is excellent. It clearly shows Amma Bhagavan's concern and compassion on us. It's like a never before and never after. The second SMS from Rohini. I am unable to control my happiness. Feel so full inside. I am continuously laughing. That's great. One more SMS from Girija. When I was praying for my father, my father appeared and hugged me. I felt great relief in my heart. It was an amazing experience. So here we finish. All the leaders, thank you.
Sri Amma's Divya Mangala Darshan till February 9th, from 8 am to 11 am every day. All devotees have to collect their own tokens before 8 am at Satyalok. Entry free for all.